Hi, I'm Don Rogers, author of the forthcoming book, Building the Strategic Finance Operating Model, the CFO's Blueprint for Value Creation in the Age of AI. Throughout my career, I've helped organizations transform finance functions ranging from startups to Fortune 500 enterprises. Across every one of those organizations, one lesson became remarkably consistent. The most successful finance organizations don't become strategic because they implement new technology. They become strategic because they intentionally design an operating model that aligns finance with the broader strategy of the enterprise. Michael Porter captured this idea perfectly when he wrote, "The essence of strategy is choosing what not to do." In previous discussions, we've established a central reality. Expectations of the finance function have expanded far faster than finance operating models have evolved. Today's CFO is expected to be a strategist, operator, technologist, risk leader, and enterprise value creator. Yet many finance organizations are still operating within structures that were designed for a very different era. The strategic finance operating model provides the structural blueprint for closing that gap. It is not a reorganization. It is not a technology implementation. It is not a collection of process maps. It is the connective architecture that enables people, processes, governance, data, digital capabilities, and insights to work together as one integrated system focused on creating enterprise value. The challenge facing finance is not a lack of talent, commitment, or technology. The challenge is that many operating models were designed for a slower, more predictable business environment. As business expectations accelerated, operating model design simply didn't keep pace. That gap has become one of the greatest constraints on finance performance. As I discussed throughout the book, the operating model is now the constraint. At its core, the strategic finance operating model is a holistic design framework. It allows CFOs to step above the noise of daily operations and ask perhaps the most important question: how should finance really work? It begins by understanding how finance works today, then determining what must change to create greater enterprise value, guide better decisions, and operate with more speed, coherence, and trust. The strategic finance operating model provides a comprehensive view of the finance function through 10 interconnected components. These components are not independent. They continuously influence one another. Every decision made in one area creates ripple effects across the others. That is precisely why incremental improvements rarely deliver lasting transformation. Modernization requires integrated design. When used effectively, the strategic finance operating model becomes the mechanism that connects strategic ambition with execution. It helps organizations understand where they are today and where they need to go. It brings structure to complexity, clarity to fragmentation, and coherence to change. Perhaps most importantly, it creates a common language across finance and the enterprise. Without a shared operating model, every team develops its own interpretation. The strategic finance operating model creates a unified architecture that aligns the entire organization around a common vision. Let's take a closer look at each of the 10 components. 1. Strategic imperatives. Every successful transformation begins with a clear understanding of why change is necessary. Strategic imperatives establish the business outcomes the organization is trying to achieve. They connect finance strategy directly to enterprise strategy and ensure every investment supports the organization's broader objectives. Without clearly defined strategic imperatives, transformation becomes activity without direction. 2. Talent activation. The most advanced technology in the world cannot compensate for an organization that lacks the right people and capabilities. Talent activation ensures finance has the skills, leadership capabilities, and culture required to thrive in a rapidly changing environment. As technology automates routine work, human capabilities become even more important. Critical thinking, business partnership, leadership, innovation, adaptability. These become the defining characteristics of the modern finance organization. 3. Process optimization. Every finance organization operates through its business processes: planning, closing the books, forecasting, procurement, order to cash, source to report, etc. Process optimization simplifies, standardizes, automates, and continuously improves these activities, so finance operates more efficiently while delivering better business outcomes. Artificial intelligence performs best on well-designed processes. Poor processes simply produce poor results faster. 4. The service delivery model. How finance delivers services is just as important as the services it delivers. It defines how work is organized across corporate finance, business units, and centers of excellence. A well-designed delivery model creates consistency, scalability, accountability, and a better experience for internal stakeholders. It allows finance to operate as one integrated organization instead of disconnected departments. 5. Governance, risk, and controls. As organizations become increasingly digital, governance becomes even more important. This component establishes decision rights, accountability, compliance, and cybersecurity. It creates the discipline necessary for innovation to occur responsibly without compromising trust. Strong governance allows organizations to move faster because responsibilities and accountability are clearly defined. 6. Data enablement. Data is the foundation upon which every modern finance organization is built. Without trusted data, organizations cannot produce trusted insights. Data enablement focuses on governance, ownership, and quality to ensure information remains accurate and secure. Artificial intelligence is only as good as the data it learns from. Trusted data creates trusted decisions. 7. Digital technology and AI. Technology enables the operating model. It does not replace it. This component focuses on the ecosystem supporting finance, including ERP platforms, cloud applications, and AI. The objective is enabling better decisions and creating measurable business value. Technology becomes a true accelerator only when the operating model has been intentionally designed. 8. Insights and analytics. Finance has always produced data. Today's finance leaders must produce insight. This component transforms financial reporting into strategic decision support through analytics and business storytelling. The goal is no longer simply reporting what happened. It is helping leadership understand why it happened, what is likely to happen next, and what decisions should be made. Finance becomes the strategic intelligence function. 9. Constituent experience. Every finance organization exists to serve others: executives, employees, investors, and customers. This ensures finance is designed around the needs of every constituent it supports. When finance delivers a better stakeholder experience, trust grows, collaboration improves, and better decisions follow. Everything becomes more seamless and value-driven. And 10. Outcomes and benefits. Ultimately, every transformation is judged by the value it creates: improved performance, greater agility, lower costs, reduced risk, more sustainable growth. This final component ensures organizations measure whether transformation actually delivered the value originally envisioned. The strategic finance operating model is more than a framework. It is a blueprint for success. When these 10 components work together, finance evolves from a transactional support function into an intelligent, data-driven organization, leading enterprise transformation in the age of AI. That is exactly what building the strategic finance operating model is designed to help leaders accomplish. Over the coming weeks, I'll be sharing additional insights and practical lessons drawn directly from the book. I hope you'll join me as we explore how finance can become a more strategic, intelligent, and value-driven partner in the age of AI. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this discussion valuable, please like, follow, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.